Hi Scorpio, thanks for joining me for your year ahead tarot scopes. I'm providing astrological information for each month in addition to pulling a card for each month of the year. And at the end of that reading, I'll be drawing an angel card as well as an animal totem for you for 2018. If you'd like to book with me for a private reading just like this, please select a 60 or a 90-minute session. And then write in the comments section when you submit your appointment request form that you'd like this type of reading. It is a yearly reading. So let's see what cards come up for you. Scorpio, Sun, Rising, and Moon. The Ace of Swords for January. February, 5 of Coins. March, Temperance. April, 3 of Swords. May, 7 of Cups. June, Knight of Swords. July, August, September, October, November, and December. Okay, Scorpio, we're starting January with the Ace of Swords saying, yes, go for it. This is eclipse season, and on the first of the year, the first day, we are having a full moon at 11 degrees of Cancer. And this full moon brings closure in your 9th house of higher education and learning and your belief of what is real and what is it that you believe in life. On the 31st in January, we have a full moon total lunar eclipse at 11 degrees of Leo in your 10th house of career. Some of you are taking steps to finalize and make decisions in terms of how you're working and what you are doing at your highest potential at the start of the year. The Ace of Swords is clarity and direct action and a decision that is made, and firmly and confidently. A confident yes. So if you're pending and deciding and wavering at the end of this year in December, in these days ahead, know that January is eclipsing things firmly, and it's going to be yes or no for you. I feel like everything is a yes, though, when this card is upright. Heading into February, on the 15th, we have our new moon solar eclipse at 27 degrees of Aquarius in your 4th house. Some of you may think that you don't have enough money to move, or for that home, or for the rent, or for the place you wanted to invest in. Some kind of property let down. Don't let what is perceived at the top of the month to play out the whole month for you, because I am getting that things change. There could be a turn of events in February, and remaining confident like you were in January is important, because this is a card of insecurities here. And you could be feeling a little weaker in terms of what you have financially or security-wise. But don't let that be the tone of your entire first half of the year. March brings in a sense of moderation, divine timing, temperance, and with some patience and balance, you get what you need. On the 3rd, or the 8th, of March, Jupiter retrogrades. And on the 22nd, Mercury retrogrades in your 6th house. Jupiter's retrograding in your 1st house, so please know he's with you this year. You have Jupiter in your 1st house, so things will manifest for you, but you have to hold positive faith, which is both Jupiter, positivity and the faith in achieving your goals, and you can be realigned. Mercury will retrograde in the 6th house of health and daily routine from March 22nd until April 15th. Which is why I believe you're dealing with some of this sword energy that isn't so pleasant in the first 2 weeks of April. because Mercury could have you tending to health needs and replenishing your daily activities in April. Your new moon in April is at 26 degrees of the 6th house. So by the end of this month, you are replenishing this sadness, lack, this feeling of discontent. Be patient and kind with yourself. Know that everything is divinely timed. Some of you may be feeling pain from past relationships, and there could be an anniversary that occurs for you in April that strikes a chord or brings back a memory for you. Heading into, oh, I see. They want me to touch upon. On the 26th of April, Mars, the planet of aggression and blood and red knives, Mars is puncturing. He's sitting on top of Pluto at an exact conjunction at 21 degrees of Capricorn. That's also conjunct Saturn. So Mars, Pluto, and Saturn are sitting in the 3rd house. Oh yeah, the 3rd house. Look at that. Mars, Pluto, and Saturn in the 3rd, causing a lot of tension and lessons learned for all of us. But for you in particular, it's in the 3rd house of how you express yourself. And Scorpio might be dealing with past wounds and pains, is what I'm hearing. Maybe it's through marriage, separation. Maybe it's through the loss of job and loss of experience in work. You will have replenishment. When May rolls around, here's the 7 of Cups. Not everything is seen yet on May 1st at the top of the month. The 7 of Cups in this month suggests that the month has to go by before you can firmly see the data necessary for you to make more decisions in June and move forward swiftly, like the Knight of Swords, or swiftly to the Knight of Swords. But in May, you have Mars on the 15th of May entering your 4th house through November 16th. And this creates an energy in your 4th house of environment and going back to what is familiar to you, your foundation, your soul's purpose, your environment, where you come from, maybe a revisit home. But not all of this is prepared and seen by the 1st of May. The month has to go by. On the 25th of May, Jupiter in your sign trines Pisces in water, in the cups. And this is bringing in a harmonious aspected energy between your 5th house of true love and romance and the 9th house of what is at a distance to you and what has been foreign to you and what you now believe in. I think Scorpio could be healed, and here's all this trinity in the cup area, in the Pisces, in the water, in the Scorpio with Jupiter. Your 5th house of true love and romance, you could spontaneously be meeting somebody, maybe someone you knew at a distance or knew true love and romance, but this is inspiring energy. It's hopeful. Heading into June, where the Knight of Swords is present, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or the messenger of news, swiftly moving in a direction. On June 26th, Mars, that sword energy, retrogrades in the 4th house of home and environment and your soul's connection. So you're going through some kind of nostalgic energy here, Scorpio, and you could be drawing from the past in order to heal. Now we get into eclipse season. July, 5 of Cups. Yeah, turbulent energy. August, 4 of Swords. September, Queen of Fire, Queen of Rods. October, Page of Cups reversed. November, Ace of Cups reversed. And December, 9 of Swords. So, eclipse season has you emo again, as we all will be throughout eclipse time in July on the 12th. The new moon partial solar eclipse at 20 degrees of Cancer in water. In the 9th house of long distance travel, what is foreign to you, what is at a distance, what you believe in, you might need to rethink what you had always thought, Scorpio. There's looking back with some regret or sadness here. Maybe you rushed into something and you felt a sense of rejection. But Mercury retrogrades in this month of July as well, on the 26th, at 23 degrees of Leo in the 11th house for you. So you're looking back on old connections from the past, reviewing old goals and old wishes, old acquaintances. And again on the 27th of July, our full moon partial solar eclipse at 18 degrees of Leo in the career sector. So there is, I'm sorry, that's inaccurate. On the 27th, the full moon total lunar eclipse at 4 degrees of Aquarius in the 4th house of soul. This month, we have the new moon partial solar eclipse in the career. So let me go back to this. There's closure in that deep 4th house of what is brewed up in this area here. 6 months later, there's a totality. There's closure in the soul. You're putting to rest, putting it to bed, 4 of Swords. Interesting, because we carry into eclipse season in August, where I was ahead of myself. On the 11th of August, the new moon partial solar eclipse at 18 degrees in the career of Leo. Fire. You're reviewing emotional connections, and you're also retreating from the gas pedal in terms of career. August is the time for your vacation and rest. Mercury goes direct on the 19th of August at 11 degrees of Leo in career. So from the 19th of August on would be great for vacation and coming back in September to full speed ahead in the career department, because that's where you've had the eclipse in the month prior and the retrograde occurred and is now direct in that area, so you can move forward in career accordingly, Scorpio. In September, it's a time for forward movement of creative endeavors, of your own personal achievements. The Queen of Fire is a fire sign female who could also assist you, an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I feel like this could also symbolize a part of you, because this is an honorable, loving woman, and she's spiritually inclined. And you have a tone of all of that to you, Scorpio. But this would bode well for business and creative ventures in the month of September, while Mercury's direct. October brings a missed message, or perhaps a pregnancy that you've decided not to go through with, or you are having to make a decision regarding your children, which is giving them an answer of a no. So it applies very differently. You could be saying no to something your kids require at this time in October. I see. October 5th, Venus retrogrades in Scorpio, in water. And Venus is the attraction, and it's also security. So having that planet retrograde in October could be making you feel a little insecure. And it's in the 1st house for you. So this is through the 31st of October. You are feeling a little bit of your insecurities of self, and maybe insecure about the body, the 1st house of body and self. Don't let this take you under. Don't think that you won't have relationship because of how you see yourself. Going into November, though, I see why these are retrograde. Venus is retrograde here, Mercury's retrograde here. Mercury retrograde in November could bring in a long-lost love, and also a sense of security and insecurity, wavering back and forth for you. Mercury retrogrades in November on the 16th at 13 degrees of Sagittarius in the 2nd house of security. through December 6th. But retrogrades always, no matter where they fall, can bring in the nostalgia and remembrance of a connection that you used to have, or a literal message. Maybe you didn't get it. You need to check all forms of messaging, Scorpio. The junk mail, the texts, the hidden messages. Something couldn't be sent, or something could get lost or overseen because Mercury's retrograde here, but you're hearing from someone from the past. And heading into December, this missed message could bring you some strife. And on the 22nd of December, our full moon in Cancer at 0 degrees in the 9th house of what is at a distance to you is the same Cancerian full moon at 11 degrees here, tying in closure for you. And 9 of Swords suggests you feel stuck in this area of having to make this decision. There could be delay because of the retrograde here. Delay in making this decision about either a past love or a connection. And you could have a strong sense of disconnect or disappointment at your own delay in making this. You feel bound. You don't know what to choose. And it has a lot to do with love and emotional connection. Trust your instincts here. The 7 of Cups means you are intuitive, Scorpio. You have a lot to trust. You can trust that intuition of yours, but you need to go for it too. I feel like you just need to say yes, and don't second guess yourself like every retrograde wants you to do. Your angel card for the month, Mystique. Keep charging ahead. And don't take no for an answer. It's yes, exactly. I just said that. Expect miraculous solutions to appear because they're not all seen yet. Boom. Love it, love it. Let's get your animal totem for the year. Yeah, this is a yes card. It says don't take no for an answer. And I said just as I was shuffling that you need to say yes. Your animal totem card for the year, Scorpio. Mountain lion. That's a vicious looking animal, but I feel like Scorpio needs to take its prey and make its name, make its commitment. Take what you need. The mountain lion is someone to contend with. I mean, that's you don't really stand much of a chance with the number 17, which is equivalent to a number 8 in numerology. That is a prosperity number, and it's a number of money and abundance, and the infinity symbol. The mountain lion is leadership. I'm reading from the book. Mountain lion can be a very difficult power totem for you to have because it places you in a position to be a target for the problems of others. You could be blamed for things going wrong or for always taking charge when others cannot. Take charge, though. You could become the perfect justification for the insecurities of others. Insecurity. And this is touching that. So get strong. Channel and summon the strength of this mountain lion. Mountain lion medicine involves lessons on the use of power in leadership, and it is the ability to lead without insisting that others follow. So it doesn't matter who your followers are. Keep charging ahead. If you build it, they will come. I'm wishing you a beautiful 2018, Scorpio, and remember, thank you for choosing me. The sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.